Coldness do you sympathetic tears my cheeks bedew. Oh, sorrow, sorrow. What a patriotic sentiment is wanted by her patriotic ballads cut and dry. For wherever a country's banner may be planted, all other local banners are defied. Of warriors and serried ranks assembled, never quail if they conceal it if they do. And I shouldn't be surprised if nations tremble before the mighty troops, the troops of Titipu.
We shouldn't be surprised if nations tremble, tremble with alarm before the mighty troops, the troops of Titipu.
And if you call for a song of the sea, we'll heave the capstan around with the oh-heave-ho, for the wind is free. Our anchors a-trip and our helms a-lee, hurrah for the homeward bound.
Yo-ho-heave-ho, hurrah for the homeward bound.
To lay aloft in a howling breeze may tickle a landsman's taste, but the happiest hour a sailor sees is when he's down at an inland town with his Nancy on his knee. Yo-ho, and his arm around her waist.
Then man the captain up we go, with the swing the swell. With yo-heave-ho and around we go, hurrah for the homeward bound. With yo-heave-ho and around we go. Yo-ho, heave-ho, yo-ho, heave-ho, 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 yo-ho.
Shreds and patches, for ballad songs and snatches, and dreamy lullaby, and a dreamy What may be your business with Yum Yum? I'll tell you. A year ago I was a member of the Titipu Town Band. It was my duty to pass around the cap for contributions. In the performance of this most delicate duty, I saw Yum Yum. We loved each other at once, but she was betrothed to her guardian Coco, a cheap tailor, and I knew my suit was in vain. Overwhelmed with despair, I quitted the town. Judge then of my delight when I was told a month ago that the Coco had been condemned to death for flirting. I came back at once in the hope of finding Yum Yum at liberty to listen to my protestations.
It is true that Coco was condemned to death for flirting, but he was reprieved at the last moment and raised to the exalted rank of Lord High Executioner under the following remarkable circumstances. Of great Mikado, virtuous man, when he to rule our land began, resolved to try a plan whereby young men might best be stayed. So he decreed in words succinct that all who flirted, leered, or winked, unless connubially linked, your court would be beheaded, 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 your court would be beheaded. And I expect you'll all agree that he was right to so decree, and I am right and you are right, and all is right as right can be.
You are right and we are right, and all is right as right can be.
And all is right as right can be. Right as right can be. Stern decree you'll understand, 'cause greatest metro of the land, for young and old and shy and bold were equally affected. The youth who winked a roving eye on free breathe a non-connubial sigh, was thereupon condemned to die. He usually objected, he usually objected. And you'll allow, as I expect, that he was right to so object, and I am right, and you are right, and everything is quite correct.
You were right, and we are right, and everything is quite correct.
And everything is quite correct. All is quite correct. And so we straight let out on bail a convict from the county jail, whose head was next on some pretext condemned to be mown off, and made him headsman for we said, who's next to be decapitated, cannot cut off another's head until he's cut his own off, his own off, his own off, until he's cut his own off. And we are right, I think you say, to argue in this kind of way, and I am right, and you are right, and all is right to Lorelei.
You are right, and we are right, and all is right to Lorelei.
And I am right, and you are right, and all is right.
The Lord High Executioner of Chitty Poo. Why, that's the highest office a citizen can attain.
It is. Our logical Mikado, seeing no difference between the dignified judge who condemns a criminal to die and the industrious mechanic who carries out the sentence, has rolled the two into one. So every judge is now his own executioner.
And how very kind of you to condescend to tell all this to me.
Don't mention it. I am, in point of fact, a very haughty and exclusive person of pre-Adamite ancestral descent. You will understand this when I tell you that I can trace my ancestry back to a protoplasmic primordial atomic globule. Consequently, my family pride is something inconceivable. I can't help it. I was born sneering. But I try very hard to overcome this defect. I mortify my pride continually. Why will all the great officers of state resigned in a body because they were too proud to serve under this ex-tailor? Did I not unhesitatingly accept all their offices at once?
And the salaries attached to them. You did.
Consequently, it has been my degrading duty to serve this upstart as First Lord of the Treasurer, Lord Chancellor, Commander-in-Chief, Lord High Admiral, Groom of the Backstairs, Master of the Buckhounds, Archbishop of Titty-Poo, Lord Mayor, both acting and elect, all rolled into one, and at a salary of Pooh-Bah paid for his services. I, a salaried minion. I do it. It revolts me, but I do it.
And it does you credit.
Oh, I don't stop there. I dine with middle-class people on moderate fees. I dance at cheap suburban parties for reasonable terms. I accept refreshments at any hands, no matter how lowly. I also retail state secrets at a moderate fee. For instance, any further information about Yum Yum would come under the heading of a state secret. Another insult, and I think a light one. Young man, go to like white despair, yum, yum, despair. You must not boo, it will not do. I'm sorry for you, you very imperfect ablutioner. This very day from school, yum, yum, Will went away and home would come with beat of drum and rum to come to where the Lord crash, and the trumpets play, and they'll cut the dash on their wedding day. She'll toddle away as Oliver with the Lord High Executioner. And the brass will crash, and the trumpets play, and they'll cut the dash on their wedding day. She'll toddle away as Oliver with the Lord High Executioner. It's a hopeless case, as you may see, and in your place away I flee. But don't blame me, I'm sorry to be of your pleasure a diminutioner. They'll vow their pact extremely soon. In point of fact, this afternoon, our honeymoon with that buffoon at 7 commences, so you shudder. And the brass will crash, and the trumpets play, and they'll cut the dash on their wedding day. She'll toddle away as Oliver with the Lord High Executioner. And the brass will crash, and the trumpets play, and they'll cut the dash on their wedding day. She'll toddle away as Oliver with the Lord High Executioner.
Yum, whom I love so dearly, this day to Cork is to be united.
The fact appears to be as you recited. But here they come, equipped as suits his station. He'll give you any further information.
Taken from the county jail by a set of curious chances, liberated then on bail on mere recognizances, wafted by a favouring gale, as one sometimes is in trances, to a height that few can scale, save by long and weary dances. Surely never had a mail under such like circumstances, so adventurous a tale that may rank with most romances. Taken from the county jail by a set of curious chances, surely never had so adventurous a tale.
Sure.
I am much touched by this reception. Oh, I can only trust that by strict attention to duty, I will ensure the continuance of those favours which it will ever be my study to deserve. If I should ever be called upon to act professionally, I am happy to think that at least there are plenty of persons whose loss would be a distinct gain to society at large. As someday it may happen that the victim must be found, I've got a little list of society offenders who might well be underground, who never would be missed. There's the friend who's never satisfied, he's always got a niggle. Or people who are flabby-handed and irritating giggle. People who are up in dates and floor you with them flat. And the people who in shaking hands shake hands with you like that. And all third persons who in spoiling tete-a-tates insist. They'd none of them be missed.
He's got them on the list. He's got them on the list. And there's none of them be missed. There's none of them be missed.
There's the nosy women's liver with the saucy kind of face. She really does exist, and I've got her on the list. And people who eat garlic and will puff it in your face. They never would be missed. Prevaricating politicians, but I hope you will agree. And the girls who show their boo-boos off so boldly on page 3. And that hearty kind of yachtsman who will slap you on the back. Bingo and the lottery, you two and Wackham Jack. And that fury, that anomaly, the Ulster Unionist. Well, I don't think he'd be missed. I'm sure he'd not be missed.
He's got him on the list. He's got them on the list, and there's none of them be missed. There's none of them be missed.
There are runners who can't win a race unless they're full of dope. I've got them on the list. And the dame who wants to be a priest and maybe even pope. She never would be missed. And those most peculiar people who describe themselves as gay. You will always recognize them, for they tend to walk this way. And folks who won't go anywhere unless they get in free, otter hunting and continual horse racing on TV. And those persons who in coursing hares perpetually insist, they none of them be missed.
You may put them on the list, and there's none of them be missed. There's none of them be missed.
The festivities in connection with my approaching marriage must last a week. Now, I should like to do it handsomely, and I want to consult you as to the amount I ought to spend upon them.
Well, certainly. In which of my capacities? As First Lord of the Treasury, as Lord Chamberlain, Attorney General, Chancellor of the Exchequer, Privy Purse, or Private Secretary?
Or suppose we say as Private Secretary.
Oh, well, as Private Secretary, I should say that since the city has to pay for it, don't stint yourself. Do it well.
Exactly. As the city will have to pay for it, that's your advice.
As Private Secretary, as Chancellor of the Exchequer, though, I'm bound to see that due economy is observed.
Oh, but you said just now, don't stint yourself, do it well.
As Private Secretary.
And now you say that due economy must be observed.
As Chancellor of the Exchequer.
Oh, I see. Well, they'll come over here where the Chancellor can't hear us. Now then, as my solicitor, have you advised me to do?
As your solicitor, I should have no hesitation in saying just.
Thank you, I will.
But then, as Lord Chief Justice, I have to see that the law is not violated.
Oh, come over here where the Chief Justice can't hear us now. Now then, as First Lord of the Treasury...
As First Lord of the Treasury, I could see to it that an act was passed to cover all expenses. But then, as Leader of the Opposition, I'd be bound to resist it tooth and nail. Or as Paymaster General, I could so cook the accounts that as Lord High Auditor I'd never discover the fault. But then as Archbishop of Titipu, I'd be bound to renounce myself and hand myself into my own custody as Commissioner of Police.
Oh, that's extremely awkward.
Oh, I'm not saying that all those gentlemen couldn't be squared. but it's only fair to warn you that they wouldn't feel sufficiently degraded unless they were insulted by a very considerable bribe indeed.
The matter shall have my careful consideration, but my bride and her sisters approach, and any little compliment in your passage is an abject grovel and characteristic Japanese attitude would be esteemed a favor.
No cocoa, no money, no grovel.
I think. Lord Chamberlain?
I have known it done.
Oh, thank goodness that's over. Oh, that's
Time, if you please.
Oh, if you please, this is the gentleman who used to play so beautifully on the marine parade. Yes, I think that was the name of the instrument.
Oh, sir, I have the misfortune to love your ward, Yum Yum. Oh, I know I deserve your anger.
Anger? Oh, not a bit, my boy. I love her myself. Charming little girl, isn't she? Pretty eyes, nice hair, taking little thing altogether. Very glad to hear my opinion backed by a competent authority. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Take him away.
Oh, I beg your pardon, but what is this?
Oh, that is...
What come to try on?
That is a tremendous swell.
Oh, it's alive!
Go away, little girls. Can't talk to little girls. Go away, they're dear.
Allow me to present you, Pooh-Bah. These are my 3 wards. The one in the middle is my bride-elect.
What do you want me to do with them? Mind, I will not kiss them.
No, you shan't kiss them. Just a little bow, a mere nothing. You needn't mean it, you know.
Goes against the grain. They are not young ladies. They're young persons.
Oh, come. Make an effort. There's a good noble man.
Well, I shan't mean it. How do you do, little girls? How do you do? Oh, my protoplasmal ancestors.
That's very good.
I see nothing to laugh at. It's very painful for me to have to say, how do you do, little girls? How do you do? To young persons. I'm not in the habit of saying, how do you do, little girls? How do you do? To anybody under the rank of stockbroker.
Don't laugh at him, girls. He can't help it. He's under treatment for it. Never mind them, Pooh-Bah. They don't understand the delicacy of your position.
And we know how delicate it is, don't we?
I should say we did. How a nobleman of your importance can do it at all is a thing I never can, never shall understand.
If we have dating etiquette, to one and to Irish and no better by and by. But you, of course, must have a fling so pardon us, so pardon us. And don't be good as happy, free, be pardon us, be pardon us. If we are done, you dance and sing. But you, of course, must have a fling so pardon us. And don't be good as happy, free, be pardon us. But you, of course, must have a fling so pardon us.
Show too much respect to a high-titled Jew, but nobody does, so why should you? That youth, of course, must have its flick. It's pardon us, to our prerogative weakly. So pardon us, if we decline to dance and sing along.
But you, of course, must have its flick, so pardon us, and don't be girl, must have its flick, be pardon us. But you, of course, must have its flick, so pardon us.
I've sought you night and day for 3 weeks in the belief that your guardian was beheaded. But now I find that you were to be married to him this afternoon.
Alas, yes.
But do you not adore him?
Alas, no.
Modified rapture. Then why do you not scorn him?
What good would that do? He's my guardian and he wouldn't let me marry you.
But I could wait until you became of age.
You forget that in Japan girls do not arrive at years of discretion until they are 50.
Why, that's true. From 17 to 49 are considered to be years of indiscretion.
Besides, a wandering minstrel who plays a wind instrument
tell her, yes. She'll not betray me. What if it should prove that, after all, I am not a musician?
There! I was certain of it directly I heard you play.
What if it should prove that I am none other than the son of His Majesty the Mikado?
The son of the Mikado? But why is your Highness in disguise? And what has your Highness done? And will your Highness promise never to do it again?
Some time ago, I had the misfortune to captivate Katisha, an elderly lady of my father's court. She misconstrued my customary affability into expressions of affection and claimed me in marriage under my father's law. My father, the Lucius Junius Brutus of his race, told me to marry her within a week, or to perish ignominiously on the scaffold. That night I left his court, and, assuming the disguise of a second trombone, I joined the band in which you found me, when I had the happiness of seeing you.
I think your Highness had better not come too near. The laws for flirting are excessively severe.
But there is nobody about, and we are quite alone.
Still, that doesn't make it right. To flirt is capital.
But it is capital.
And we must obey the law.
Oh, Jews take the law.
I wish it would, but it won't.
If it were not for that, how happy we might be.
Happy indeed.
If it were not for the law, we should be sitting side by side, like that.
Instead of being obliged to sit half a mile off, like that.
We should be gazing into each other's eyes, like that.
Breathing sighs of unutterable love. Ah, like that.
With our arms around each other's waists, like that.
If it wasn't for the law.
If it wasn't for the law.
And it is, of course, we couldn't do anything of the kind.
Not for the world.
Being engaged to Coco, you know.
Being engaged to Coco? Were you not to Coco plighted, I would say with tender tone, loved one, let us be united, let us be each other's own. I would merge all rank and station, worldly spheres are not to us, and to mark my admiration, I would kiss you fondly thus. I would kiss me fondly thus.
But as I'm engaged to Coco, to every to the and Coco, would the thing be no joke, and for yam I should get Coco.
Choco. So in spite of all temptation, such esteem I'm not discussed, I'm under no consideration. Will I kiss you fondly thus? Will I kiss you fondly thus? Let me make it clear to you, this is what I'll never do. This, oh this, oh this, oh this, this is what I'll never, never do.
This, oh this, oh this, oh this,
This is what I'll never do.
he'll never do.
I'll never do.
He'll never do.
Oh this is what I'll never, never do.
There she goes. To think how entirely my future happiness is wrapped up in that little parcel. No, really, it hardly seems worthwhile. Oh, matrimony, matrimony. Now then, what is it? Can't you see I'm soliloquizing? You've interrupted an apostrophe, sir.
I am the bearer of a letter from His Majesty the Mikado.
A letter from the Mikado? What in the world can you have to say to me? Take a seat, take a seat. Oh, here it is at last. I thought it would come sooner or later. The Mikado was struck by the idea that no executions have taken place in Titipu for a year, and decrees that unless somebody is beheaded within 1 month, the post of Lord High Executioner will be abolished. Oh, and the city reduced to the rank of a village.
That would involve us all in irretrievable ruin.
Oh, yes, I'm afraid there's no help for it. I shall have to execute somebody at once. The only question is, who shall it be?
Well, it seems unkind to say so, but since you're already on the sentence of death for flirting, everything points to you.
Me? What are you talking about? I can't execute myself.
Why not?
Why not? Because in the first place, self-decapitation is an extremely difficult, not to say dangerous thing to attempt. And in the second place, it's suicide. And suicide is a capital offence.
This is true, there's no doubt.
We might reserve that point.
Well, we could argue it 6 months hence before the full court.
Besides, I don't see how a man can cut off his own head.
Well, a man might try.
Even if you succeeded in only cutting it half off, that would be something.
It would be taken as an earnest of your desire to comply with the imperial will.
No, pardon me, but there I am adamant. As official headsman, my reputation is at stake, and I can't consent to embark upon any professional operation unless I can see my way to a successful result.
Well, your professional conscientiousness does you credit, but you must see the awkwardness of our position.
My good sir, the awkwardness of your position... Oh, it's grace itself compared to that of a man in the act of cutting off his own head.
I'm afraid, unless you can find a substitute.
A substitute? Nothing easier. Pooh-Bah, I appoint you Lord High Substitute.
Certainly. Such an appointment would realize my fondest dreams. But no, no, at any sacrifice, I must put bounds to my insatiable ambition. I am so proud if I allowed my family pride to be my guide. I'd volunteer to quit this sphere instead of you in a minute or two. But family pride must be denied and set aside and mortified and mortified. My brain is teems within the scheme goes for that you, my pity poo, but if I flipped the benefit that I refuse the town would lose. Now every man to aid his man should trot and plan as best he can.
I heard one day a gentleman say that criminals who are caught in two can hardly feel the fatal steel, and so are slain without much pain. If this is true, it's jolly for you, your courage grew to benefit you. I am so proud.
I bring it
I heard one day a gentleman say that criminals who are caught in two can hardly feel the fatal steel, and so are slain without much pain. If this is true, it's jolly for you, your courage grew to benefit you.
And so, although I'm ready to go, yet recollect for disrespected I neglect to thus neglect the same direct, so I object.
And so, although I wish to go, and greatly climb, greatly shine, and take the line of a hero right to be, I must decline.
Then go and show what friend and know how much you dare. I'm quite aware it's your affair, yet I declare I take your share, but I don't want fair.
I must
take your share, I know, I 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 take your share. chop, chop, from the Jimmy chopper on the big black dot. To sit in solemn silence in a dull, dark dock, in the pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short chop, chop, from the Jimmy chopper on a big black dot. A dull, dark dot, a lifelong lock, a short chop, chop, a big black dot. To sit in solemn silence in a pestilential prison and awaiting the sensation of a Jimmy chopper on a big black dot. In a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a chop, 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 from a Jimmy chopper on a big black clock. A little son of Collins in a dull, dark dock, in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a chop, 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 from a Jimmy chopper on a big black clock. A dull, dark dock, a lifelong lock, a chop, 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 a big black clock. You see the son of Collins in a pestilential prison and awaiting the sensation of a Jimmy chopper on a big black clock.
This is simply appalling. I, who allowed myself to be respited at the last moment, simply in order to benefit my native town, am now required to die within a month, and that by a man whom I have loaded with honours. Is this public gratitude? Is this... Oh, go away, sir, go away. Am I never to be permitted to soliloquize?
Oh, go on. Don't bother with me.
Here, what are you doing with that rope?
I'm about to terminate an unendurable existence.
Terminate your existence? Oh, nonsense. Whatever for?
Because you are going to marry the girl I adore.
Oh, nonsense, sir. I won't permit it. I'm a humane man, and if you attempt anything of the sort, I shall order your instant arrest. Now, come, sir, desist at once, or I'll summon my guard.
But that's absurd. If you attempt to raise an alarm, I instantly perform the happy dispatch with this dagger.
Oh, this is horrible. Oh, why, you cold-blooded scoundrel, are you aware that in taking your own life, you're committing a crime, a crime which is, substitute.
What's the matter?
Well, is it absolutely certain that you resolve to die?
Absolutely.
Will nothing shake your determination?
No.
Threats, entreaties, prayers, all useless?
My mind is made up.
Oh, then if you really mean what you say, and if you're absolutely resolved to die, if nothing whatever will shake your determination, don't spoil yourself by committing suicide. Be beheaded handsomely at the hands of the public executioner.
But I don't see how that could be of benefit to me.
You don't? Observe them. You'll have a month to live, and you live like a fighting cock at my expense. When the day comes, there'll be a grand ceremony. You'll sacrifice. Nobody will attempt to drive you that distance. There'll be a procession, bands playing, dead march, bells tolling, all the girls in tears. Yum, yum, distracted. And then when it's all over, general rejoicings and a display of fireworks in the evening. Well, you won't see them, but they'll be there all the same.
Do you really think that Yum Yum would be distracted at my death?
Oh, I'm convinced it would lie. Bless you, she's the most tender-hearted little thing alive.
I should be sorry to cause her pain.
Yes.
Perhaps if I were to withdraw from Japan and travel to Europe for a couple of years, I might contrive to forget her.
Oh, no, I don't think you could forget Yum Yum so easily, and after all, what is more miserable than a love-blighted life?
Why, that's
Oh,
true.
life without Yum Yum. Why, it seems absurd.
And still there are a lot of people in the world who have to endure it.
Poor devils, yes. You're quite right not to be one of their number.
I won't be of their number.
Noble fellow.
I'll tell you what we'll do.
Right.
Allow me to marry her this afternoon, and in a month you may behead me.
No, I draw the line at Yum Yum.
If you can draw the line, so can I.
Stop. Look, listen one moment. Be reasonable. How can I consent to your marrying Yum Yum if I'm going to marry her myself?
But my good friend, I'll be dead in a month, and you can have her then.
That's true, of course. I quite see that, but oh dear me, my position during the next month will be most unpleasant, most unpleasant.
Now, half as unpleasant as my position at the end of it.
But look, oh dear, oh, well, all right, I agree. After all, it's only putting off my wedding for a month. But look, come here. You won't prejudice her against me, will you? You see, I've educated her to be my wife. She's been taught to regard me as a wise and good man. Now, I shouldn't like her views on that point disturbed.
You can trust me. She never knew the truth from me.
Without vexed and gloomy strife, we come to learn how you decide. Don't hesitate, your choice to name. A dreadful fate you suffer all same. A dreadful fate you suffer all same.
To ask you what you mean to do, we punctually appear.
Congratulate me, gentlemen, I found a volunteer.
The Japanese equivalent of here.
There's 94.
Hey, 94.
I think you do.
Yes, you do.
Like if I am young surrender. Now I adore that girl with passion tender, and would not yield her with a ready will on her a lot. If I did not adore myself with passion tender still, with passion tender still.
Ah, yes, we love yourself with passion tender still.
Take her, oh, not you silly, take her, she's yours. Oh.
A dreadful cloud has passed our way, although the night may come too soon.
The year will not go far through.
With laughing song and merry, let the song of joy and dance with laughing song and merry dance, with laughing song and merry dance, with laughing song. With joyous shout and ringing cheer, inaugurate the river, with joyous shout and ringing cheer, inaugurate the river, joyous shout and ringing cheer, inaugurate the river.
I tell you, we come up the year,
Like even time comes much too soon.
And let the dawn and joy of us, with laughing song and merry dance, and let the dawn of joy of us, with laughing song and merry dance, with laughing song and merry dance, with laughing song. With joyous shout and ringing cheer, inaugurate the river, with joyous shout and ringing cheer, inaugurate the river, with joyous shout and ringing cheer, inaugurate the river, with laughing song and merry dance, and laughing song and merry dance.
As in a month you've got to die if Coco tells you true. To simply compromise to stay long life to 92. As in a month you've got to live as fellow citizens. This toast we'll 3 times 3 we'll give. Long life to you. Long life to you. Long life to you.
By
thank you very much.
I haven't finished yet.
the blow.
Prepare yourself for new surprising.
How foil my foe?
No minstrel he, despite bravado. I know he is the son of you. In vain you interrupt with this tornado. He is the only attractive than anyone else in the whole wide world. Could this be fancy? No. Nature is lovely and rejoices in her loveliness. I am a child of nature and named after my mother. The sun's rays are all ablaze with ever-living glory. Just looking on His Majesty, He paused to tell a story. People exclaim, I blush for shame, so kindly is darkness. But fierce and bold and fiery gold, He glories all effulgent. I mean to rule the earth and see the sky. We really know the sun and light. I mean to rule the earth and see the sky. We really know above His flame, that placid dame, the moon's celestial highness. There's not a trace upon her face of diffidence or shyness. She borrows light and through the night and kindly all dream her. And truth to tell, she lights up well, so I for one don't blame her. Our flaming love is free, we are not shy. We'll very wide awake the moon and I. Make no mistake, we are not shy. We're very wide awake the Everything seems to smile upon me. I'm to be married today to the man I love best, and I believe I am the happiest girl in Japan.
The happiest girl indeed, for she is indeed to be envied who has attained happiness in all but perfection.
In all but perfection.
Well, dear, it can't be denied that the fact that your husband is to be beheaded in a month is, in its way, a drawback. It does seem to take the top off it, you know.
Oh, I don't know about that. It all depends.
At all events, he will find it a drawback.
Not necessarily. Bless you. It all depends. Oh, I think it very delicate of you to refer to such a subject on such a day. If my married happiness is to be
Cut short?
well, cut short in a month, can't you let me forget it?
Yum Yum in tears. And on her wedding day.
They've been reminding me that you're to be Yes, we've been reminding her that you're to be It's quite true, you are to
Now some bridegrooms might be depressed by this sort of thing. A month. Now, what's in a month?
These divisions of time are purely arbitrary. Who says 24 hours make a day?
Well, there's a popular impression to that effect.
Then let's face it. We'll call each second a minute, each minute an hour, each hour a day, and each day a year.
At that rate, you've got about 30 years of married happiness before you.
And at that rate, this interview has already lasted 4 hours and 3/4.
Such a time flies when one is thoroughly enjoying oneself.
Now that's the way to see it.
Don't let's be downhearted. There's a silver lining in every cloud.
Certainly. Let's be perfectly happy.
By
also. It's absurd to cry. Quite ridiculous. Brightly dawns the wedding day. Joyous are we give thee greeting. We are how fleeting. Feeble moment, really stay. Feeble moment, really stay.
What so mortal joys we follow?
Pleasures coming, sorrows follow.
Over tocsin sound along.
Don't mind me.
Are we distressing you?
Never mind, I must get used to it. Only please do it by degrees. Begin by putting your arm around her waist. Ah, there. Let me get used to that first.
Oh, would you like to retire? It must pain you to see us so affectionate together.
No, I must learn to bear it. Now, oblige me by allowing her head to rest on your shoulder.
Like that?
Much obliged. Now, kick, kiss her.
Oh, come, bear up. After all, it is only for a month.
No, it's no use deluding oneself with false hopes.
What do you mean?
My poor child, how shall I break it to her? My little bride that was to have been.
Was to have been?
Yes, you never can be mine.
Oh,
I've just ascertained that by the Mikado's law, when a married man is beheaded, his wife is buried alive.
Buried alive?
Yes. It's a most unpleasant death.
Where did you get this from?
Oh, from Pooh-Bah. He's my solicitor.
What do you mean by mistaken?
So I thought, so I consulted the Attorney General, the Lord Chief Justice, the Master of the Rolls, and the Judge Ordinary. They're all of the same opinion. Never heard such unanimity in a point of law in all my life.
But stop a bit. Now, this law has never been put in force.
Not yet, you see. Flirting is the only crime punishable by decapitation. And married men never flirt.
Of course they don't. I quite forgot that. Well, I suppose I may take it that our dream of happiness is at an end.
Darling,
Oh,
I don't wish to appear selfish.
oh,
And I love you with all my heart.
Oh.
I don't suppose I shall ever love anyone else half as much.
oh.
But when I agreed to marry you, my own, I didn't realize, Pet, that I should have to be buried alive in a month.
Nor did I. It's the first I've been told of it.
It makes a difference, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, it does make a difference. Of
You
course.
see, buried alive, it's such a stuffy death.
I call it a beast of a death.
You see my difficulty, don't you?
Oh, yes, and I see my own. If I insist on you carrying out your promise, I doom you to a terrible death. And if I excuse you, you marry Coco at once.
Here's a how we do, if I marry you. When your time has come to perish, then the maiden whom you cherish must be slaughtered too. Here's a how we do, here's a how we do.
Here's a pretty mess, in a month or less. I must die without a wedding, let the bitter tears I'm shedding witness my distress. Here's a pretty mess, here's a pretty mess.
Here's a state of things, to a life she clings. Matrimonial devotion doesn't seem to suit her notion, burial it brings. Here's a state of things, here's a state of things.
With the passion that we get, I worship I Lord, Lord, for the Lord of common sense, we ought to do, we know, if what we say is true, tis death to marry you. Here's a pretty state of things, here's a pretty how we do, here's a pretty state of things, a pretty state of things. She's a how we do, here's a how we do, here's a how we do. For if what you say is true, I cannot marry you. Here's a pretty, pretty state of things.
Here's a pretty how you do.
Here's a how to do, if I marry you. When your time has come to perish, then the maiden whom you cherish must be slaughtered too. Here's a how to do, here's a how to do.
Here's a pretty mess, in a month or less. I must die without a wedding, let the bitter tears I'm shedding witness my distress. Here's a pretty mess, here's a pretty mess.
Matrimonial devotion doesn't seem to suit her notion, burial it brings. Here's a state of things, here's a state of things.
With the passion that we take, I worship and adore, for the Lord of promise says we ought to do, we know, if what you say is true, tis death to marry you. Here's a pretty state of things, here's a pretty how we do, here's a pretty state of things, a pretty state of things. Here's a how we do, here's a how we do, here's a for if what you say is true, I cannot marry you. Here's a pretty, pretty state of things.
Here's a pretty how you do.
Here's a how we do, if I marry you. When your time has come to perish, then the maiden whom you cherish must be slaughtered too. Here's a how we do, here's a how we do.
Here's a pretty mess, in a month or less. I must die without a wedding, let the bitter tears I'm shedding witness my distress. Here's Here's a pretty mess. Here's a pretty mess.
To her matrimony of devotion doesn't seem to suit her, though she's very ill at rings. Here's a state of things. Here's a state of things.
With the pressure that you take for worship and the law, for the laws of common sense we are to know.
If what you say is true, it's death to marry you. Here's a pretty state of things. Here's pretty how you do. Here's a pretty state of things. A pretty state of things.
Here's the how you do.
Here's how you do.
What if what you say is true, I cannot
marry you. Here's a pretty state of things. Here's a pretty how do you do.
My poor boy, I'm really very sorry for you.
Why, thank you, old fellow. I'm sure you are.
See, I can't conceive anything more distressing than to have one's marriage broken off at the last moment, but you shan't be disappointed of a wedding. You shall come to mine.
That's very kind of you, but I'm afraid it's impossible.
Why so?
Because today, I die.
What do you mean?
I cannot exist without Yum Yum. Now, this afternoon, I perform the happy dispatch.
Oh, no, pardon me, I can't allow that.
Why not?
Why, hang it all, you're under contract to die by the hands of the public executioner in a month's time. If you kill yourself, well, what's become of me? Well, I should have to be executed in your place.
I quite see that.
Now then, Lord Mayor, what is it?
Oh, the Lord Mayor and his suite are approaching the city.
The Lord Mayor, who's coming with him?
They'll be here in 10 minutes. And the Mikado, they'll be here in 10 minutes.
He's coming to see whether they've carried out his orders. Now, this is getting serious. A bargain's a bargain, and you really mustn't frustrate the ends of justice by committing suicide. As a man of honour, as a gentleman, you are bound to die ignominiously by the hands of the public executioner.
Very well, then.
What now?
Certainly, at once.
Chop it off, Coco, chop it off.
Good sir, I don't go about prepared to execute gentlemen at a moment's notice. Why, I never even killed a blue bottle.
But Lord High Blue, I think
Sir, as good as Lord High Blue Bottle, Lord, I've got to be head of in a month. I don't know how it's done yet. I mean to take lessons. I mean to begin with a guinea pig and work my way up through the animal kingdom until I come to a second trombone. You don't suppose I'd have taken the post of Lord High Executioner if I hadn't thought the duties are purely nominal? I can't kill you. I can't kill anybody. I can't kill anything.
Now, come, my poor fellow. We all have unpleasant duties to perform at times. Remember, sooner or later, it must be done.
Must it? I'm not so sure about that.
Now, what do you mean?
Why should I kill you? And making out an affidavit that you've been executed would do just as well. We have plenty of witnesses, the Lord High Admiral, the Lord Chief Justice, Commander-in-Chief, Secretary of State for the Home Department, First Lord of the Treasury, and Chief Commissioner of Police.
And where are they?
There they are. Yes, and they'll all swear to it, won't you?
Am I to understand that all us high officers of state are to perjure ourselves to ensure your safety?
Why not? You'll be grossly insulted as usual.
Will the insults be cashed down or at a date?
It will be a ready money transaction.
Oh, very well. It'll be a useful discipline. Choose your fiction and I shall endorse it. Family pride, how do you like that, my buck?
Without Yum Yum.
Oh, look, Yum Yum, Yum Yum, bother Yum Yum. Here, Commissioner, go and fetch Yum Yum. Take Yum Yum and marry Yum Yum, only go away and never come back again. Oh, here she is. Yum Yum, are you particularly busy?
Not particularly.
You've got 5 minutes to spare.
Yes?
Yes, then run along with His Grace the Archbishop of Titipu and he'll marry you at once.
But I'm going to be buried alive.
Don't ask any silly questions, but run along and Nanky Poo will explain all. Not for worlds. Here comes the Mikado, doubtless to see whether I've obeyed his decree, and if he finds you alive, I shall have the greatest difficulty in persuading him I'll be hit. Oh, closing that, for here he comes.
Tira, tira, suru, no, nya, nya, nya. Toko, tonya, re, nya.
From every kind of man obedience I expect. I'm the Emperor of Japan.
And I'm his daughter-in-law elect. His body, his son, he's only got one. To his daughter-in-law his name.
My morals have been declared particularly correct.
But they're nothing at all compared with those of his daughter-in-law elect. Bow, bow to his daughter-in-law elect.
Bow, bow to his daughter-in-law elect.
In a fatherly kind of way I govern each tribe and sect, all cheerfully on my sway.
Except his daughter-in-law elect. As tough as a bull with a will of a gun is his daughter-in-law elect.
My nature is love and light, my freedom from all defect.
Is insignificant quite compared with his daughter-in-law elect. Bow, bow to his daughter-in-law elect.
Bow, bow to his daughter-in-law elect.
A more humane Mikado never did in Japan exist. To nobody's second I'm certainly reckoned a true philanthropist. It is my very humane endeavor to make to some extent each evil liver a running river of harmless merriment. My object all sublime I shall achieve in time, to let the punishment fit the crime, the punishment fit the crime, and make each prisoner pants unwillingly represent a source of innocent merriment, of innocent merriment. All those who expose society's sinners on pages of Sunday rags are made to recant in Gregorian chants in sackcloth made of old bags. The amateur tenor whose vocal villainies end in a horrible shriek shall during off hours exhibit his powers on top of Mount Gabriel's peak. The punk whose hair is purple and yellow and stuck to his head in spikes is shaven and shorn and sent all alone on numerous 10-mile hikes. The hooligan who at football matches squabbles and looks for a fight is locked in a pew from half to half two and preached to each Saturday night. Ha 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 ha! My object all sublime I shall achieve in time, to let the punishment fit the crime, the punishment fit the crime, and make each prisoner pants unwillingly represent a source of innocent merriment, of innocent merriment.
The object all sublime he will achieve in time, to let the punishment fit the crime, the punishment fit the crime, and make each prisoner pants unwillingly represent a source of innocent merriment, of innocent merriment.
Of the TV host who grins and gabbles I've told of several cures. His teeth I've enacted shall all be extracted by terrified amateurs. The raucous pop singer exhibits his figures and hues and jigs by Wagner warmed with beat of Beethoven and grunting of several pigs. The snooker cheat whom anyone catches his fate is a sight to see. He's hidden each night from the wonderful sight of snooker on English TV. And then he plays extravagant matches despite his frantic calls on a cloth untrue with a twisted cue and elliptical snooker balls. Ha 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 ha! Ooh! My object all sublime I shall achieve in time, to let the punishment fit the crime, the punishment fit the crime, and make each
prisoner pain, unwillingly represents a source of innocent merriment, of innocent merriment.
He loves you no sublime, he will achieve in time, to let the punishment fix the crime, the punishment fix the crime. And make he prisoner pain, unwillingly represents a source of innocent merriment, of innocent merriment.
I am honoured in being permitted to welcome your Majesty. I guess the object of your Majesty's visit, your wishes have been attended to, an execution has taken place.
Oh, you've had an execution, have you?
Yes, the coroner has just handed me his certificate.
I am the coroner.
And this is the certificate of his death. At Titipu, in the presence of the Lord Chancellor, the Lord Chief Justice, the Attorney General, Secretary of State for the Home Department, the Lord Mayor, and groom of the second floor front.
They were all there, Your Majesty. I counted them myself.
Very good house. I wish I'd been in time for the performance.
Oh, a tough fellow he was, too. A man of gigantic strength. His struggles were terrific. It really was a most remarkable scene.
Go on.
Describe it.
Describe it, Coco.
The criminal cried as he dropped him down in a state of wild alarm. With a frightful, fearful, frantic frown, I bared my big right arm. I seized him by his little pigtail, and on his knees fell he. As he squirmed and struggled and gurgled and guggled, I drew my sneakers free. My sneakers free. Oh, never shall I forget the cry of the shriek that treated me. As I gnashed my teeth and from its sheath I drew my snickers free. We know him when he cannot tell or true or from the scale. He always tries to walk the line and every time he fails.
He shivered and shook as he gave the sign for the stroke he didn't deserve. When all of a sudden his eye met mine and seemed to break his nerve. For he nodded his head and kissed his hand and whistled and added he. As the saber flew, but clean he threw his covered when a man of beauty is a cheering sight to see, and it's so I'm glad that girls and sad would do like fire. For never say you can't just say we're true and fine agree. Or say they that the boldness back amount to vanity.
Now, though you'd have said this head was dead, for its owner dead was he. It stood on its neck with a smile well bred, and bowed reclined to me. It was none of your impudent off and not, but as humble as could be. For it clearly knew the deference due to a man of men. And it's so I vow this deathly vow was a touching sight to see. Though childless yet it couldn't forget all deference due to me.
It's all to you, he sees the truth whenever he finds his pain. And in this case he rolls the face exactly as he says. Exactly, 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 exactly.
All this is very interesting, and I should like to have seen it. But we came about a totally different matter. A year ago, my son, the heir to the throne of Japan,
bolted from our imperial court.
Indeed, had he any reason to be dissatisfied with his position?
None whatever. On the contrary, I was going to marry him. Yet he fled.
I am surprised that he should have fled from one so lovely.
That's not true.
No.
You hold that I am not beautiful because my face is plain. But you know nothing. You are still unenlightened. Learn then that it is not in the face alone that beauty has to be sought. My face is unattractive.
It is.
But I have a left shoulder blade that is a miracle of loveliness. People come miles to see it. My right elbow has a fascination that few can resist.
Allow me.
It is on view Tuesdays and Fridays on presentation of a visiting card. As for my circulation, it is the largest in the world.
And yet,
And is now masquerading in this town, disguised as a second trombone.
Second trombone?
Yes. Would it be troubling you too much if I asked you to produce him? He goes by the name of
Nanky Poo.
Nanky Poo.
oh, it's quite easy. Oh, that is, it's rather difficult. In point of fact, he's gone abroad.
Gone abroad? His address?
Gone abroad.
See here. His name. Nanky Poo. Beheaded this morning. Oh, where shall I find another?
Dear, 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 this is very tiresome. My poor fellow, in your anxiety to carry out my wishes, you have beheaded the heir to the throne of
I
Japan.
beg to offer an unqualified apology.
I wish to be associated with those expressions of regret.
We really hadn't the least notion.
Of course you hadn't. How could you? Come, come, my poor fellow, don't distress yourself so much. If a man of exalted rank chooses to disguise himself as a second trombone, then he must take the consequences. I've no doubt he thoroughly deserved all he got.
He got it. We are infinitely obliged to your Majesty.
Much obliged, Your Majesty.
Very much obliged, Your Majesty.
Obliged? Not a bit. Don't mention it. How could you tell?
We couldn't tell who the gentleman really was.
It wasn't written on his forehead, you know.
You know, it might have been written on his pocket handkerchief, but Japanese don't use pocket handkerchiefs.
I forget the punishment for compassing the death of the heir apparent.
Punishment, oh.
Yes, something lingering with boiling oil in it, I fancy. Something like that. I think boiling oil occurs in it, but I'm not sure. I know it's something humorous, but lingering. With boiling oil in it, or melted lead. Come, my poor fellow, don't fret. I'm not a bit angry.
Your Majesty will accept our assurance. We had no idea.
Of course.
I knew nothing about it.
I wasn't there.
That's the pathetic part of it. Unfortunately, the fool of an act says, compassing the death of the heir apparent. There's not a word about a mistake.
No.
Or not knowing.
No.
Or having no notion.
No.
Or not being there.
No.
There should be, of course.
Yes.
But there isn't. That's the slovenly way in which these acts are always drawn. However, cheer up. It'll be all right. I'll have it altered.
When Your
Your
Majesty.
Next session.
Oh.
Now let's see about your execution. Would after luncheon suit you? Can you wait till then?
Oh, yes, we can wait till then.
Then we'll make it after luncheon.
I don't want any lunch.
I'm really very sorry for you all, but it's an unjust world, and virtue is triumphant only in theatrical performances. See how the fates their gifts are lost, for A is happy, B is not, yet B is worthy, I dare say, of more prosperity than A.
Is he more worthy?
worth a great deal more than air.
Your day is happy, oh so happy, laughing, ha ha, jumping, ha ha, nectar quaffing, ha ha ha, ever joyous, ever gay, happy undeserving day, ever joyous, ever gay, happy undeserving day. If I were fortune, which I'm not, we should enjoy its happy lot, and they should die in misery. That is assuming I am thee. But should they perish, or should he, of course assuming I am thee. We should be happy, oh so happy, laughing, ha ha, laughing, ha ha, naked, coughing, ha ha ha. What a name to die is he, wretched meritorious be. What a name to die is he, wretched meritorious be.
Niceness you got us into with your nodding head and deference due to a man of pedigree.
Merely corroborative detail to give artistic verisimilitude to an otherwise bold and unconvincing narrative.
Corroborative detail. Corroborative fiddlestick.
Oh, you're just as bad as he is with your cock and the bull story about catching his eye and whistling an air. Oh, that's so like you. You must put in your oar.
Yes, and you and your snickersnee.
And your big right arm.
Well, never mind that now. There's only one thing to be done. Nanky Poo hasn't started yet. He must come to life again at once. Oh, here he is. Nanky Poo, I've got good news for you. You reprieve.
Oh, but it's too late. I'm a dead man.
And we're off on a honeymoon.
Nonsense. A terrible thing has just happened. It seems you're the son of the Mikado.
But that was some time ago.
No, is this a time for airy persiflage? Your father is here and with
My father?
Katisha.
And with Katisha?
And he wants you particularly.
So does she.
Oh, but he's married
Oh,
now.
bless my heart, what has that got to do with this?
Katisha claims him in marriage, but he can't marry her because he's married already.
Consequently, she would insist on my execution. And if I'm executed, my wife would have to be buried alive.
You see our difficulty.
Yeah, I don't know what's to be done.
There's one chance for you. If you could persuade Katisha to marry you, then she would have no further claim on me. And in that case, I could come to life with no fear of being put to death.
I marry Katisha.
I really think it's the only course.
But my good girl, have you seen her? She's something appalling.
And that's only her face. She has a left elbow. People come from miles to see.
I believe her right heel is much admired by the connoisseurs.
My good sir, I decline to pin my heart in any lady's right heel.
It comes to this. While Katisha is single, I prefer to be a disembodied spirit. But when Katisha is married, existence will be as welcome as the flowers of spring. The flowers that bloom in the spring, tra-la, breathe promise of merry sunshine. As we merrily dance and we sing, tra-la, we welcome the hope that they bring, tra-la, of a summer of roses and wine, of a summer of roses and wine. And that's what we mean when we say that a thing is welcome as flowers that bloom in the spring. Tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la, the flowers that bloom in the spring. Tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la.
The flowers that bloom in the spring, tra-la, have nothing to do with the case. But I've got to take under me wing, tra-la, a most attractive old thing, tra-la, with a caricature of a face, with a caricature of a face. And that's what I mean when I say or I sing, oh, bother the flowers that bloom in the spring. La 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 la, la 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 la, oh bother the flowers of spring. Tra la la la, tra la la la, tra la 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 la.
That bloom in the spring, tra-la, free promise of merry sunshine. As I merrily dance and we sing, tra-la, we welcome the hope that they bring, tra-la, of a summer of roses and wine, of a summer of roses and wine. And that's what we mean when we say that a thing is welcome as flowers that bloom in the spring. Tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la, the flowers that bloom in the spring. Tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la.
Cat is sharp.
The miscreant who robbed me of my love. But vengeance pursues. They are heating the cauldron.
Katisha, behold the suppliant at your feet. Katisha, mercy.
Mercy? Had you mercy on him? See here, you have slain my love. He did not love me, but he would have learned to love me in time. I'm an acquired taste. Only the educated palate can appreciate me. I was educating his palate when he left me. Well, he is dead, and where shall I find another? It takes years to train a man to love me. Am I to go through the weary round again, but at the same time implore mercy for you who have robbed me of my prey, I mean my pupil, just as his education was on the point of completion? Oh, where shall I find another?
Here.
What?
Katisha, for years I have loved you with a white-hot passion that is slowly but surely consuming me very vitals. Shrink not from me. Should there be aught of woman's mercy in your heart, turn it away from a lovesick suppliant whose every fibre thrills at your tiniest touch. True it is that under a poor mask of disgust I have endeavoured to conceal a passion whose inner fires are broiling the very soul within me. But the fire will not be smothered. It defies all attempts at extinction, and breaking out all the more eagerly for its long restraint, it declares itself to words that will not be weighed, that cannot be schooled, that should not be too severely criticized. Katisha, I dare not hope for your love, but I will not live without it. Darling!
You whose hands still reek with the blood of my betrothed, dare to address words of passion to the woman you have so foully wronged.
I do. Accept my love, or I perish on the spot.
Go to. Who knows so well as I that no one ever yet died of a broken heart?
You know not what you say. Listen. On a tree by a river, a little tomtit sang willow, tit willow, tit willow. And I said to him, Dicky bird, why do you sit singing willow, tit willow, tit willow? Is it weakness of intellect, birdie, I cried, or a rather tough worm in your little inside? With a shake of his poor little head, he replied, oh, willow, tit willow, tit willow. He slapped at his chest as he sat on that bough, singing willow, tit willow, and the cold perspiration bespangled his brow. Oh, willow, tit willow. Then he sobbed and he sighed, and the gurgle he gave, and he plunged himself into the billowy wave. But an echo arose from the Suey side grave. Oh, willow, tit willow, tit willow. Now I feel just as sure as I'm sure that my name isn't willow, tit willow, tit willow. That was blighted affection that made him exclaim, oh, willow, tit willow, tit willow. And if you remain careless and obdurate, I will perish as he did, and you will know why. Though I probably shall not exclaim as I die, oh, willow, tit willow, tit willow.
Did he really die at last? All in account of a cruel little hen. Oh, poor little chap.
It's an affecting tale and quite true. I knew the bird intimately.
Poor little chap. He must have been very fond of her.
His devotion was something extraordinary.
And if I refuse you, will you go and do the same?
At once.
Oh, no, you mustn't. Anything but that bit bloodthirsty, will you?
Hate you, Katisha. Is there not beauty even in bloodthirstiness?
My idea, exactly. There's beauty in the battle on the blast. There's rolling of the gale. There is eloquence of pouring with the lion and the roaring and the tiger in the lashing of a tail.
Yes, I like to see it. I like the especially the rest of the tail.
Volcanoes and the splendor that the stream, and earthquakes only terrify the dole. But you hear the scientific, there is nothing else terrific in the hoarding of a frightful thunderbolt.
Yes, in spite of all my weakness, if I have a little weakness, it's a passion for a flight of thunderbolt.
If that is something very not very is evident, very not very so what? Here we go and very not very is done.
There is beauty in history in old age. You fancy your enemy enough. Information I'm requesting and the subject interesting is evaded on the vendor when she's tough.
True was the kind opinionist and general opinion that she loves pretty love when she's tough.
Are you old enough to marry for free? Won't you wait until you're 80 in the shade? There's a fascination fancy in the ruin that's romantic. Do you think your heart sufficiently decayed?
To the matter that you mentioned, I have given some attention, and I think I am sufficiently decayed. If that is something very not very very unsafe for one, here we go and suddenly find out how we tell the day is done. If that is something very not very unsafe for one, here we go and suddenly find out how we tell the day is done. We find out how we tell the day is
Now then, we've had a capital luncheon and we're quite ready. Have all the painful preparations been made?
Your Majesty, all is prepared.
Then produce the unfortunate gentleman and his two well-meaning but misguided accomplices.
Mercy for Coco. Mercy for Pity Singh. Mercy even for Pooba.
I beg your pardon, I don't think I quite caught that remark.
Mercy even for Poopa.
My husband that was to have been is dead. So I've just married this miserable object.
I am the miserable object.
You've not been long about it.
We were married before the registrar.
I am the registrar.
I see, but my difficulty is that as you have slain the heir apparent...
But the heir apparent is not slain.
Bless my heart, my son.
And your daughter-in-law elected.
Traitor! You have deceived me!
Yes, you are entitled to a little explanation, but I think he will give it better whole than in pieces.
Your Majesty, it's like this. It's true that I had stated that I had killed Nanki Poo.
Yes, with most affecting particulars.
Well, merely corroborative detail to give artistic verisimilitude to an otherwise bold and
Will
unconvincing
you kindly refrain from putting in your oar?
narrative.
Your Majesty, it's like this. Your Majesty's word is law, and when you say let a thing be done, that thing is as good as done. Now, Your Majesty says let a gentleman be killed, and a gentleman is as good as dead. Well, practically he is dead. Well, if he is dead, why not say so?
I see. Nothing could possibly be more satisfactory.
Yum, yum.
You brag of my baby, for all will be merry. I think you have begged the come.
Come, come.
Join our extreme.
On this subject I pray you be dumb.
Dumb, dumb.
Your notions are many are not worth a penny. The word for your guidance is dumb.
Dumb,
A very good bargain indeed.
On the subject we pray you be dumb, dumb, dumb. We think you had better to come, come, come. Goodbye, there are many who wait for a penny, who wait for a penny. There's lots of good fish in the sea, there are lots of good fish in the sea. There's lots of good fish in the sea. There's lots of good fish in the sea, 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 in the sea.
dreadful cloud has passed away. But though the night may come too soon,
We hear the tears of laughter.
then let us walk joyous with laughing song and merry. That sing that the song of joyous with laughing song and merry, with laughing song and merry, with laughing song. With joyous shout, with ringing cheer, inaugurating,
Thank you very much for being a lovely audience tonight. We do hope you enjoyed the Mikado. We enjoyed playing to you, and we hope you did listening to us. Tonight is a very special night for me because it was 60 years ago tonight that I first stood on the stage. And that says it all, but I want to remember all the people with whom I played over that very long time. God bless you all. Good night. Thank you.
Friday night is traditionally our night for passing out the awards and passing out the compliments and thanking our audiences and thanking everybody who took part and helped to make this a great show. It's a special Friday night because of James and his 60 years of wonderful theatre. There are other people we must thank as well. The whole idea of doing musicals here in the School of Music is thanks to the vision and enthusiasm of one man, and that is our musical director, the Lord High Principal of the School of Music, Mr. John C. Murphy. On behalf of the Mikado and all his entourage, a little token of our appreciation. Thank you.
shown the most great patience and courage with us since last September, and I'm sure he did a lot of effort before we were finished. May I present Mr. Brendan Townsend? Monday night on May.
As Jim said a few minutes ago, this is a very special week and a very special night. It's a special night because this week has seen the return of Gilbert and Sullivan to the stage in Cork, and I hope we won't have to wait as long for the next one. It's also a very special night, or special week, because we have seen the start of an association between the Gilbert and Sullivan Group and the School of Music Theatre, one that I hope will continue for a long time to come. It's also a very special week in that this has been a very happy show. Not only have you enjoyed it out there, but we have enjoyed it up here as well. It's been one of the happiest shows we've done in an awful long time. But most of all, it's a very special week because, as Jim has already said, 60 years ago tonight he first stood on a stage in Cork. During that 60 years, he has been all things to all men. He's been an actor, a singer, producer, managing director, business manager. He's done everything in the theatre. He's appeared in all kinds of shows, not only here in Ireland, but many places abroad as well. And I think we are privileged to be standing on the same stage as this great man of the Theatre of Cork. That most of us have learned what little we know about stage work from our association with Jim. And as a small token of our appreciation on behalf of all the boys and girls up here, we'd like to say, one, we have seen your first 60 years, Jim. We look forward to the next 60 years. And finally, what better tribute to pay than long life to you?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're not finished at all yet. I am the vice chairman, and as there's very little vice in Gilbert and Sullivan, you realise I have very little to do. I didn't see James N.Healy 60 years ago. The first time I saw him was in a Christian Brothers production of Patience, when he played Bunthorne, and I thought I never saw anything so active and so agile as Jim was then. I didn't meet him until some years later, when his aunt sent him in to me to sell him an overcoat. I worked that time for a cheap tailor next door to this building, in fact, gone now. So at that time, the Gondoliers was being produced by Jim in Macroom, and he asked me if I would go down there with him, and we went down, and on the way back we said the Operatic Society had given up Gilbert and Sullivan because nobody was interested in it, and yet people were going to Macroom from Cork, and as Macroom is a place you know people come from rather than go to, this was surprising. So on the way back he said, why don't we start the Gilbert and Sullivan group in Cork, and we did, and we put on the Mikado in 1951, and it was a tremendous success. We made a profit on the bassoon player. So, the venerable James N.Healy, as he was described in the Examiner, has been 60 years on the stage, and he has lost none of his energy or his skill or his talent in that time. Like the lyrics of Gilbert and the music of Sullivan, he is ageless. And we think it's appropriate tonight, on behalf of some of the members of the company, past and present, to present him with what we think is appropriate, a ruby pin. You won't see it, but it is there. So we ask him to accept this on behalf of the members of the company, and we look forward to the next 60 years.